Welcome back to Totem Pole Sports. We're here talking about the NFL last night's game where the San Francisco 49ers clinched the NFC West title over the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Now, the game started off in San Francisco's favor, 14-3. By the end of the first half, you had George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey both scoring. And then going to the half, it looks like the Seahawks are just getting beat up. They don't really have that much of a shot. And then we come out, George Kittle gets the longest reception of any tight end this year in the league. He ended up going 4 for 93 and scoring that first second-half touchdown. But from then on out, I feel like it was the referees' games. And we're going to have the crazy ref talk about this a little bit later, about what he thinks about all those different penalties that happened in the second half. Right? The 49ers kind of sputtered, but you had Geno Smith throw an interception, pick six, return something like 36 yards, but Bosa decided to just very slightly squish Geno Smith and immediately roll off, and they threw a roughing the passer call on that. And I feel like that's where the balloon deflated. But then you go look later in the game as you continue watching, and you see Christian McCaffrey getting folded up. You see Geno Smith getting hit and literally over, under, top, bottom, clip and cut, whatever you want to call it, and they call nothing. And he just, going back to that pick six, it was right off. He didn't put all his force onto him, but the referees, that's something that we talked about before. Can't stand it when they dictate the course of the game. In that second half alone, there was something like maybe 10, a dozen penalties over stupid stuff. There was one defensive play that had 3 separate penalties by 3 different officials. And even the announcers had said they had never seen that in all the years of calling football. So, again, going back, I hate when the referees try to keep games close, and they're just overconfident, overcalling things. Let the guys play. But going into one of the things, too, another referee call is there was a reception out of bounds. My view was not out of bounds, but didn't complete the catch. And I apologize for forgetting which player it was, because I was really not tuned into the game as intently when I saw just how the big swing was going. He had both feet in, reception of the ball, and as he's going out of bounds, defender knocks the ball out. Challenge came out. They said that was a completed catch. Now, I've watched enough football over the past 20, 25 years to know you must maintain control all the way through. Now, they argued that he took 2 steps, stepped out of bounds, and then the ball was knocked out. Well, if the player is already in contact with him and he doesn't complete the catch, my view is that's not a complete catch. You should be able to hold on to that ball all the way through no matter what. Now, you take 2, 3 steps, he knocks it out, because he's still going. You can't really slow down that momentum. That, to me, would be a catch. But what happened last night, I just hope that these referees, if they're going to be reffing in the playoffs, it's going to be bad news. And if they continue reffing the way that they're reffing, I know it's just one game, but if it's like that, you can just go ahead and get on the betting lines and pick who's going to win, because you know exactly what's going to happen, who the refs are going to favor to see the most entertaining of playoff games, and then also following the money as well. But that's for a whole another video. So the NFC West Champions, San Francisco 49ers, they won 21-13. There was a small spark for those Seahawks, but at the end, just did not work out for them. And referees also tried to get back some of those calls that they gave against the 49ers, too, to help out the Seahawks. So interesting things are coming in the NFL. We got just a handful of weeks left before the playoffs. People are cementing their spots. But referees, please don't dictate the game. Don't make it close. Let players play. I don't care if it's 70-6, as long as people are still playing and doing their best. There's only, however many guys out there at a time. They took Nick Bosa off, later in the game just because he had 15.5 sacks finally reached that marker last night's game. The dude was just going off the entire game. So, Totem Pole Nation, thanks for watching. Appreciate you checking in. Please check out those other videos. We had, mindfulness of quarterbacking, and we also had Joe Molinax, who is Locked On Grizz. And those are some fantastic interviews if you have not seen those. And today's video is sponsored by Dude Wipes. They are fantastic. Again, more people switch. I'm now over 15 people. I've gotten to pick up a pack of Dude Wipes and use it. So it is a phenomenal product. Check it out if you haven't. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.